This time on Old Streams Farm, our very first canola harvest, a little bit of cultivation, and we pick up our brand new corn header. What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode. We are in our New Holland harvester, and we ain't gonna frig around here. We got our first canola harvest to take care of. So we'll sneak our way back here. Try not to run into any fences. Alright, I think we'll just fire her up here. And we'll make a couple passes back and forth. That way we try not to run into our neighbor's crops. Not making any guarantees that that doesn't happen, but we'll try our best. So, on Friday, we got some more news from Cattle and Crops. Now, it wasn't anything major. But we did learn that the vehicles are going to be modular, which is cool. So you'll be able to pick and choose your options on vehicles. Same idea as what Farming Simulator added in just this year. So that's a plus. And I guess the biggest thing they really told us was some of the development stages they've been through, or some of the development they've accomplished since their last post, just essentially saying that they were delaying the start. So they've been able to increase frame rates by nearly twice as much. That's a huge plus, especially for users who are going to be on not the latest and greatest equipment, more on a budget, because not everybody can have the 1080 Ti, so that's a big plus. They also said that they would be implementing something in their website to keep us more up to date with exactly what's going on with their development phase, so we can follow along with their progress on a more day-to-day basis versus blog for blog, because their blogs or update news, I guess they're just calling it. Really, it's only coming out once every 2 to 4 weeks, but a website page specifically designed for that, we may be able to see something, every day, see if progress has been made in certain areas. So that's good. They also said web page, we'll finally be able to see what's going to be available in the early access and what's going to be available in the final release. So I'm pretty excited about that. I know it's not the game, but anything to tease me a little bit more and hype me up, I'm up for it, I guess. Probably not a good thing, get all hyped up, but I really think we're going to end up with a great result. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that I don't jinx myself here. So, on Friday night, we had a live stream. Went pretty well. I'm actually recording this on Saturday, so there's a possibility that tomorrow we have a live stream as well. Tomorrow being Sunday. But we'll just talk about Friday's live stream. Went pretty well. I had a lot of fun. Way back in the day, I was a part of a virtual trucking company named Grizzly Bear Trucking, and you'll notice one of my related channels or suggested channels, I guess it is Grizzly Bear Sims. He was the founder of the Grizzly Bear Trucking. It's no longer in operation, but I met a lot of good guys there. That some of which I still go online and do some trucking with occasionally. So we had a lot of fun. It was really, we didn't get as much of a Grizzly Bear Trucking turnout as I had hoped. There were only 3 of us that ended up showing up. I was hoping Jerry, aka Grizzly Bear, was going to make it, but he did tell me that he couldn't make any promises, so that's okay. But yeah, we had a few people join the stream, but nobody said a dang thing in the chat the entire time. So, folks, if you watch one of the live streams, go ahead and say something. Say hi, whatever. That's part of the fun of it for me, is interacting with you, the people. Whoa. Well, we destroyed some neighbors' crops there. Now, I say I'm not sure if we're going to be doing a live stream tomorrow. I probably 100% would, except that I have decided I don't really want to use Sandy Bay. I found a new map. Still not going to tell you which one it is. But like I said in the last episode, I did find a new map. And I've decided that if it's a map I want to play on a regular basis, it's got to have the things that I want. It's very well laid out. I love the layout of it, but it just doesn't have a couple of the features that I like. So I'm working on those right now. I've actually been working on that pretty much all day right now. I kind of ran into a roadblock, so I'm just waiting for some help, actually. That's the great thing about some of these mod forums, is there are people out there with a vast knowledge who are more than willing to give you a hand. So we're getting a much better yield out of this field than I thought we would. We're probably going to be getting somewhere. I think we'll get a full harvest load out of this, a full harvester load, probably, and then some. We can get 10,000 liters. I think 10,000 probably be pushing it. Even if we can get a trailer full, that'll put us well on the way to purchasing the header for the corn harvest. I'll sneak over here and get this last little bit I missed. Corn or canola is quite valuable. And I actually, after our last episode, I went into the store and double-checked the header price. Header's going to cost us $24,000, so we need another $12,000. So we'll see how we end up there. We should be looking pretty good, though, I think. We do still have a soybean harvest to do before we get into that. Yeah, so back to the live stream for Farming Simulator. I don't think I'll do any more on Sandy Bay. I want to get this map going. No reason to waste time on a map that I'm just going to end up quitting in a week. So we'll just have to, you'll just have to wait for me to get finished modifying it. Whoa! Undone and screwed up some crap. Alright. I'll back this puppy up. If I realized I was that full, I probably would have just filled up at the end of that row. I have to apologize if you're hearing a bit more background noise from my steering wheel today. I'll complain until Giants fixes it. The controller support is crap. And I'll complain to Logitech too. Their software is crap. I usually have it set for like 480 degrees of rotation, but for some reason today it wants to be stuck on 900 degrees of rotation, so I have to crank the wheel twice as much as I usually do. So that's 6,500 liters of canola right there, right around 65. That's a pretty dang good start if you ask me. What do you say we do some in-cab? I haven't done in-cab for quite a while, so I don't think I've done in-cab since our very first harvest. Like I say, this is the one piece of equipment. Oh, I think I might be missing some there. I better sneak over. This is the one piece of equipment that I actually enjoy in-cab view, and that might all change the day I get Track IR, and someday I would like to get that. Just don't have the cash flow for it right now. Yep, I definitely missed something. We'll come back and get that later. We won't leave anything behind. The thing with canola is it's very high priced, but the yield is much lower than, say, wheat or barley. So this is actually the first time we've harvested this newly created field of ours. Ooh, I'm not doing a great job here of keeping a straight line. So this is, you could think of it one way, it's just extra money in the bank now. So I don't know how bad I just screwed that up if I was... I think we'll go back to out of cab before I make too much of a fool of myself. Yeah, that's not my best line I've ever made. So you will have noticed in the beginning of this episode, we had a little bit of a difference in the beginning of the video. I just pretty much gave an introduction to what you'll be seeing in every episode. In continuing to appeal to a broader audience, I've decided to make a few changes to the channel. The Let's Play series is definitely not getting the hits that I'd like to see. It's my farming sim reviews that are just getting blown away. And again, I'm not doing this for the hits, but I do see there's room for improvement. So I have no problem doing that. So yeah, on all the farming sim videos, I'll be doing a short introduction, such as that one. Don't think I'll do it with American Truck Simulator. Also, I'm not going to be embedding the YouTube videos on Facebook anymore. I'll still advertise that they're available, but you'll have to go through YouTube to find it. I will still embed them on Facebook or on Twitter, so you can just click on it straight through Twitter if you so choose. The names of the episodes are going to be a little bit different as well. I always used to start with Old Streams Farm version 2, episode whatever, and then I title what we're actually doing in the episode. I'm just gonna flip that around. You know, it's just little things to make the channel a little bit better. Whoopsie daisy. Geez, that's 10,000 liters right there. Just flip my 4-ways on. There we go. Shut them back off. Whoopsie. So yeah, we'll get a decent yield, a much larger yield than I expected to get out of this field. I was really expecting maybe a trailer load, and we'll be just over that, so that is a plus. So I think I'll finish harvesting this field up, and then next you'll see me, we'll be dropping off the last load of canola for sale. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so just pulling into sell point now. As you can see, we're already at 23 grand from that one full load. So I am quite sure, yep, there's 26,000. So we officially have enough to buy our corn header. We are in the green. And actually, I think we'll take care of that right now. Because by the time we go to harvest our sunflower, we might be in the red because of our daily deductions. So we'll see you at the store. Well, there she is, folks. She's just as nice and shiny as ever. This is a big day for us, I do believe. Whoopsie daisy, kind of driving through it a little bit. There we go. So this here header is actually a decent sized header. With a 4.5 meter harvesting width. So, woo! Not quite sure what happened there. We'll get there's a sneak peek of our soybean field. Oh my goodness! I'm telling you, one day I will learn how to drive. There she is again. That's the next stop we'll be at with this bad boy. So yeah, 4.5 meter header and a 4.5 meter seeder. That should mean for pretty quick field time. One of these days we're gonna have to get ourselves a bigger cultivator. That is really holding us back, but on the other hand, we can't afford to get much bigger without a bigger tractor, and that we cannot afford right now. That is low on the list of priorities. Next thing we'll be getting is definitely going to be the weeder. I think we'll just put this guy back in here for now. Whoopsie! Ran into a wall. I was just over there at the silage pit. We're at 21% fermented now. Whoops. So the next and I think probably the last thing we'll be doing today is cultivating this here field. I don't think we've done any cultivating on camera for a while, at least not in real time. Maybe in a time lapse, but I don't think we've done one since field number 10. There we go. So we'll see if we can keep a decently straight line here. Try to get this job done. Doesn't help, like I say, this steering wheel has got me all thrown off today. I'm not sure if I'm turning left or right, for frig's sakes. It's a bit of an exaggeration, but what the hey. There's our corn growing right next to us. So I think our next episode will be, whoopsie daisy, will be the harvest of the soybean. I've got a little bit of work I'm going to do in between. I have to seed this field. I'm going to be seeding it with oat. We're going to be starting the cycle all over again. Oat, rye, wheat, barley, canola, soybean, sunflower, corn. Now that we have the ability to do all of those crops, we'll just go in a complete rotation, doing one crop at a time. Kind of got that tree right in the way there. Oh yes, we should probably make a couple passes back and forth on this here strip. So yeah, I'll have to seed this field. And actually, as soon as I'm done cultivating, I'll have to spread some compost on it, then seed it, then spread compost on it again. I have to spread another layer of compost on the corn right next to us. And then after that, I have to lay compost on the grass field that we just ended up cutting. And I doubt you guys want to watch me lay compost all the time. We did just do that in the last video. So I figured just, we'll show that every once in a while, even though the farm actually requires it to be done quite a bit. There we go. So yeah, I am pretty pleased that we were able to afford that header already. I was really expecting us to need to get into the soybean before we had the cash flow to take care of that. that just means we're that much closer to getting our hands on the weeder. Now, I'm not 100% sure. Let's just jump into the store real quick. I'm not 100% sure just how much that puppy costs. So we'll be going for this one. Yeah, 34,000. That's exactly what I thought it was. So that is going to take a chunk of change, to say the least. And then it's up in the air. What do you guys want to see us get next? We have the option to start saving up for sugar beet. That would be the next crop that I think we get into. I still want to purchase, what field is it? Field number 9. I still want to get that purchased. Lift my little cultivator here. Then of course there's the option of buying a mixer for our cows. So there's all kinds of directions we can go with the farm. It's just a matter of which one do we take. There is of course the option, which we haven't really even spoke of yet, to get into forestry. Forestry is an expensive endeavor, but it does pay off quite well. Try to straighten our line back up here a little bit. So just to get the bare minimum in forestry, I think we'd probably, well, we'd start out with a chainsaw. We could either use the front loader and measure our lengths and cut them with the measuring mod, which I haven't actually used yet, but we'd need a trailer, a small trailer. I haven't actually found a small forestry trailer yet, but to be honest, I haven't gone looking. Of course, there is the in-game one, but it's quite expensive because it holds a crane, which would be an option to buy that one, but again, that's a pricey piece of equipment. The cheapest way would just be use our 5085, put a weight on the back of it, buy a log fork, and then load up a trailer that's just capable of hauling a small amount of logs. So there's plenty of options to be had, and if you have any thoughts, go ahead, leave them in the comment section below. I'd love to hear it, because I'm scratching my head. I don't know what to do. Oh my goodness, I'm all over the place. I'll have to come back through here and try to clean some of those spots up before I go ahead and seed. This is just sad. Y'all are probably sitting on your couches right now watching this, laughing at me, saying, man, he can't drive. And if you're asking yourself why I don't use the GPS mod, and you haven't watched the previous episodes, first thing I do is suggest you go back and watch the previous episodes. But the truth of the matter is that I feel like this older equipment would have never come with GPS enabled, or it wasn't even available at that time. So I don't like using GPS on a tractor like this. The only piece of equipment we have in our garage that does or would have supported GPS is the 5085. And we do use the GPS whenever we're laying compost to get as good a coverage as we can. Compost, again, a very high priced commodity. Not necessarily sales wise, but there's lots that we need it for, so we don't want to be wasting it. I feel like all I'm doing when I get to the edge of the field is just work that wheel back and forth, just driving me bonkers. I'm hoping and praying Canola Crops does a better job at controller support than Giants does with Farming Simulator. That was actually one of the discussions we had on Friday night's live stream between the crew of us. We all play Farming Simulator, or at least have, and I think we're all four of us that were driving are all invested in purchasing Canola Crops when it comes out. Probably should have changed my view there, but I had to take a quick little drinky poo. Yeah, this is by far, for me, this job right here is probably the most relaxing job of them all. This is the one that I enjoy doing the most, I think. Clearing the land, getting it ready for the next harvest, or the next season, I guess. Okay, drop her down. So, I think we might call this a little bit of a shorter episode than normally. As always, it's been a blast. I enjoyed being here with you guys. If you like what you saw today, oh, you know what I haven't done yet? There we go. If you like what you saw today, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. If you dislike, man, look at the massive strip I'm leaving. I'm going to have to go back and get that. If you dislike what you saw today, go ahead, smash the dislike button. Leave a comment down below as to what you thought. As always, I want to thank Black Sheep Modding for creating such an awesome map. And until next time, y'all have a great night. See ya.